Well, it seems like Assassin's Creed is not going to pass its all-time peak on Steam. We all know Assassin's Creed Shadows is not doing that well. It has a lot of controversy behind the game. The facial animations are terrible. The combat is basic. It's the same open-world Ubisoft game. The parkour mechanics were better in previous games versus this game. Yasuke should not be the main character of this game. And there's a bunch of obnoxious queer baiting in this game. And now it seems like the Steam charts have completely maxed out and is doing worse than Dragon Age the Veilguard. No, I am not joking. And we're going to look at that today. But before we get into it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to push this video out on the YouTube algorithm. And here's the Steam charts for Assassin's Creed Shadows. As you can see, it has an all-time peak of 64,825. And it seems like it will never reach that all-time peak again. That was during the first weekend release for the game. Now, I don't think anyone is going to be playing it more than that weekend. And here's the Steam charts for Dragon Age the Veilguard. All-time peak, 89,418. This game is doing worse than the game that was simply made to insert some weird queer fantasies from the writers and directors. That game was blatant in your face with the gay propaganda. How are you doing worse than that? That game was a huge embarrassment for EA. I'm surprised EA hasn't shut down that studio. I know they have multiple BioWare studios. The other one is working on the next Mass Effect game. So why haven't you shut down the studio that made Dragon Age the Veilguard? Are you waiting for the next Mass Effect game to shut down both of the studios if that game fails? I don't know who has any hope for the next Mass Effect game after Andromeda and after Veilguard. It's just a miracle that EA hasn't shut you down yet. But anyway, back to Assassin's Creed. This game is not doing well. Ubisoft claimed they reached 2 million players. Notice how they say players and not buyers and not copies sold. 2 million players. Now a lot of people is using that as a gotcha moment to own the quote-unquote chuds, which I still don't know what that word means, but this is a pathetic number for this game. You can chill all you want. Garbage is still garbage. Shilling will not convince the masses to buy a trash game. And it seems like even websites like Dexerto are shilling for this game. Ubisoft had to pay off a lot of people. I've never seen so many different accounts and websites shill for a video game before. Here's that tweet from Dexerto. It says, Assassin's Creed Shadows becomes biggest Steam release in AC franchise history with 64,825 concurrent players. Why do you think that is, you dumb fucking shill website? Again, this website doesn't even talk about games too much. They mostly talk about influencers and streamers and content creators. So I don't know why you're shilling so hard for this game. And this tweet is blatantly disingenuous. This is the first time an Assassin's Creed game has launched day one on Steam. Ubisoft usually forces people to go through their Uplay service. Is that what it's called? I don't fucking care. I don't use that garbage. But they usually do that for their Assassin's Creed game. Oh, for all of their games, not just Assassin's Creed. This is the first time they are launching it day one on Steam in a long time because they are desperate. They know this game is not going to do as well as they hoped it to do because they have so much controversy surrounding this game. They know the game is dog shit. The facial animations are fucking terrible.
Where? You cut open my father. You left him to suffer, to die in pain.
It's what you and your kind deserve.
The voice acting for the game is terrible. The climbing mechanics for the game are worse than climbing mechanics and parkour mechanics of previous games.
La férole va lui manger la cervelle. Qu'est-ce que le tiers état? Qui n'a pas son exemplaire? Déjà 40 000 lecteurs.
This game is shit. That's why they paying off people like Dexerto and the Wall Street Journal. Yes, the Wall Street Journal is shilling for Assassin's Creed as well. I'm telling you, it's too obvious at this point. These people got paid. They got fucking paid. They got a huge paycheck. I don't know why Ubisoft is paying people to say their game is good. Just make a good game. Here's an excerpt from the article they posted. It says, Ubisoft shares surge after blockbuster launch of new Assassin's Creed game. Shares jump after Assassin's Creed Shadows generated 2 million players less than a week since its release, surpassing the launches of Assassin's Creed Origins and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And if I check the stock prices for Ubisoft, it had a small boost. Here's the chart for the last 5 days. It went up by 0.54%, which might seem good if you only look at that time frame. But if you look at it for the whole year, it's still drastically down. It's down 31% since last year. This is fucking horrible. I don't know why the Wall Street Journal is trying to make it seem like this stock is doing way better. It's not when you compare it to a year ago. These people are fucking paid. They're whores. They're prostitutes. Digital prostitutes. I don't know why investors are so fucking stupid that you think that because the game has 2 million players, not copies sold, players, you think that the company is more valuable. This company can go under anytime soon. They had failure after failure after failure. The company is insanely bloated. Half of the people who worked on Assassin's Creed Shadows never worked on a video game before. The credits for the game is 2 hours long. Yes, 2 fucking hours for credits in a video game. That's how bloated this company is. They spend way too much money on this game. 2 million players is not enough to make a profit. But all of these different fucking websites and all these fucking meat riding fanboy shells who got paid off, who got early access review codes, are making it seem like this is a gotcha on the chuds. This is not the gotcha you think it is. This is not going to save the company. This company is fucked. I'll be surprised if Ubisoft even exists a year from now, because that's how terrible they're doing. They can pay off all the people they want. It's not going to make people buy the game even more. Just make a good game and you wouldn't have to pay anybody to say your game is good. You're fucking pathetic. All these different companies think that having shills is going to pay the bills. There's shills for every fucking company. There's mainstream content creator shills. You get free copies of every game, and it doesn't make the game look better because the game itself is garbage. But these companies do not understand that. That's why you're going to keep failing. And I can't wait to see more failure in this industry, because this entire industry needs to be laid off. You guys are not making good games anymore, so your company shouldn't be in business. You need to go bankrupt. You don't listen to the gamers. You hate gamers. You don't understand your audience, and you hate men. But what do? You put a bunch of disgusting homosexuals in the game. Men don't want to see that gay shit, but you hire a bunch of women, and it has to be a bunch of women that wrote a lot of these cringy fucking scenes in this game.
You are more than worthy. And this moment we have shared will be my treasure.
Because women have invaded the gaming industry. More women equals more problem. I doubt this game will make a profit. I don't know if they will tell us the copies sold of the game. If they do, I'll talk about it. It can't be that great because companies love to brag about how successful they are. And when you hear a company quiet about that or trying to change the way the phrasing is, they're doing terrible. So all we have to do is wait and see how well this game will sell. So I don't have much else to say. I don't want to keep repeating myself. So Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed Shadows, go fuck yourself.